What's going on, guys? New Enforcer here, bringing you a brand new video, and in today's video I'm bringing you guys yet another Modern Warfare Remastered video. And in today's Modern Warfare Remastered video, we are going to be going over every single weapon that I have made a video on in the past and calling it underrated. I'm going to show off a streak with every single weapon that I have called underrated in the past, and I'm going to ask myself the question of if I still believe that these weapons are underrated. So the 9 weapons that I will be using in today's video are the M60E4, the Fang 45, the MAC-10, the G3, the M4 Carbine, the G36C, the M21, the M249 SAW, and the Scorpion. I have called them all underrated in the past, and I really just want to make a video to reflect on those videos and see if I actually think that they are still underrated. So hopefully you guys go on to enjoy this video, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, please drop a like and also subscribe. And if you do end up subscribing, please hit that notification button so you get notified every single time I upload. Also, follow me on Twitter, link in the description down below. But with that being said, let's hop right into the gameplay. There is a kill right there. We are here on a crash using ourselves the M60. Now, back when Infinite Warfare and MWR were the two newest Call of Duty games, I called this weapon one of the most underrated weapons in the game. I did a series back then called Seriously Underrated. I do it now for COD World War II, and I also made some videos on Black Ops 4 for weapons that I believe are underrated. And back then, I said that this weapon's pretty underrated. You know, you barely see it in public matches. You barely see it anywhere, really. You barely see anybody ever using it except for maybe to get exclusion zone. And then they stop using it. They don't use it anymore. And honestly, I would say that in the grand scheme of things, looking back at it now, this weapon really isn't all that underrated. It's a good weapon. You know, you should definitely try it out once if you haven't used it before, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that good. So I feel like one qualifying thing of an underrated weapon is that it actually has to be kind of decent. But this weapon is honestly the worst LMG in my opinion. Even the M249 SAW is better than it. So right now, I don't really believe that it is an underrated weapon. But we're going to move on to the Fang 45 next. There is a kill right there. We are still here on Crash, using the Fang 45 now. As I said, we're going to move on to the Fang 45. Now, the Fang 45 is a DLC weapon. It came out alongside the BOS 14. But instead of doing more damage for the first 5 bullets like the BOS 14 does, this weapon instead actually shoots faster for the first 5 bullets. And the cool thing about this weapon is that it actually doesn't require stopping power, so you can run Juggernaut with this thing if you really want to. Or you can even run a different perk like Sleight of Hand in Hardcore maybe, but honestly, if we're being for real, Juggernaut is the most helpful in a core game mode. So we're running Juggernaut. Oh shit, is that guy up top? But to me, this weapon, I called it underrated in the past, and I still believe that it is underrated. At one point, I thought that this was the worst DLC weapon in the game, which looking back at that opinion now is just kind of ridiculous because it's for sure not the worst DLC weapon in the game. It's for sure not. Okay, he's wallbanging me and I'm dead. Okay, rest in peace to my man's Fang 45. We're gonna move on to the MAC-10 now. There is a kill. Right there. We are here on Crash using ourselves the MAC-10. Now the MAC-10 is also a DLC weapon. It is a weapon that I called underrated because a lot of people just overlook the MAC-10 when it's in any Call of Duty game because the MAC-10 has actually been complete shit in a lot of COD games. But I would say that it's actually pretty good in this one. Now, does that mean that it is underrated? I don't really know. I would not call this weapon underrated. I feel like people rate this weapon exactly where it should be rated. It's still a good weapon, but people rate it correctly, I believe. Back in the day, I used to think that this was an underrated weapon, but now I wouldn't say it's underrated. I wouldn't say it's overrated either, though. I'd say that it's in a pretty good standing with the community. Alright, boys. I spawned in late, but I still got the spawn nade. That was pretty lucky. We are here on Backlot, favorite map in the game. Love Backlot. And I'm also using the G3, a weapon that I have called underrated in the past. I don't know why. Oh! I really called it underrated because there was a time when the community was trying to tell people that, some people, not everybody, but some people in the community were trying to tell people that this weapon's better than the M16, which is not true at all. This weapon is extremely good, do not get me wrong. It is a really good weapon, but due to the fact that people tried to place it above the M16. The M16 of all weapons, the most overpowered weapon in any game, period. I'm gonna have to say that it's actually kind of overrated. And next we are gonna move on to the M4 Carbine. Oh, there's a kill. Let's make it 2. We're here on Showdown. Did not have a very good game after that G3 streak last game. I kind of played like ass. I kind of just sucked it up for the rest of that game. It was really unfortunate because I really went off with that G3 last game. I'm kind of mad at myself for sucking. But we're here, M4 Carbine. Before I want to get this out before I die. Honestly, I still believe that this M4 Carbine is the most underrated weapon in the game. I've been saying that for a really long time. I believe it is the M16 counter. Not the G3. I believe that this weapon is the M16 counter, if anything is. And, yeah, this thing absolutely shreds and will always shred. Yeah, jump out while you're stunned. And, that guy has teammates, I do not. We're gonna move on to the G36C next. Oh, let's get a quick double kill right there. We are here on Beach Bog. Using ourselves the G36C. Now, I made a video calling this weapon underrated about a year ago now. I can leave all of the videos where I call these weapons underrated down in the description. I almost said down in the comment section. Down in the comment section below, I will be leaving my video links. I'm just kidding. Down in the description. Some of the videos are different than how I make them now. I used to make 2 live comms into a video, just 2 full games instead of the clips, but they do explain why I think these weapons are underrated. Honestly, I still believe the G36C is a little bit underrated, but not too much. There's a kill right there. We are currently still here on Beach Bog using ourselves the M21. Now, the question is, do I still believe that this weapon is an underrated weapon? And honestly, I'm going to have to say yes. I still think that people underrate this weapon. Just because it is a spam sniper, I feel like people underrate it. And people have underrated spam snipers in Call of Duty a lot in the past. And this one is no exception. People still underrate this weapon. And, it's just one of the easiest and best snipers to use in the game, honestly. If you struggle with sniping, I would definitely recommend using this thing over the M40. Definitely use it over the M40. It's definitely an easier weapon to use and probably better for beginning snipers overall. So yeah, that's with the M21, and the M249 SAW is going to be next. There is a kill right there. We are here on Vacant, using ourselves the M249 SAW. And I must have been smoking some crazy shit when I said that this weapon is underrated. This weapon is terrible. This gun is straight up ass. I was smoking some crazy shit when I said it was underrated. The craziest shit. It might seem like I just got an easy Bloodthirsty, but I have been using this weapon for like 5 straight games, and I can't even get a fucking Bloodthirsty with it. This thing is ass. It's straight up terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. The recoil is way too much. I haven't even gotten to reload with the weapon, so I don't even know the reload. Oh, the reload takes forever, so that's super fun. If you ever even need to reload with this thing, that's the one positive about it. It has 100 bullets in a clip, but, like, you're never going to use the 100 bullets because you're just going to die. Because this weapon is terrible. And the recoil is way too much. Even though it has the fastest fire rate of the LMGs, I'm pretty sure. Except for maybe the B-Red Mark 8. And even if it does, the B-Red Mark 8 has probably a faster fire rate. It has less recoil. The B-Red Mark 8 is just superior overall. I was smoking some crazy shit when I said that the M249 SAW is underrated. It is terrible. There's a kill right there. We are here on Bog. Oh my god, I actually got a UAV. Okay, boys, if I choke, then I suck. Pretty much. If I choke, I straight up suck. Using the Scorpion. Scorpion. Underrated weapon or not, the more I use it, the more I think not. Even with rapid fire, which makes this thing a complete laser that can shoot extremely fast, it doesn't help. This weapon, really is not as good as I thought it was. I think I overrated it by calling it underrated. I didn't even think that was possible, but it is. This weapon is not nearly as good as I thought it was. It really isn't. It really isn't. That's kind of unfortunate because this is a weapon that I do really like, as I said. Like, I do enjoy using it from time to time. You know, rapid fire Scorpion is a lot of fun. But it is just not working for me with how many bullets I have to hit people with. It only has 20 in a clip, and the 20 spray out of the weapon so fast that you can barely get kills with the thing half the time, to be completely honest. So, okay, I think that's the perfect way to die right there, using the Scorpion, with dying to the Claymore. I can't even speak. I've been recording for so long. I can't even speak. The M249 SAW and the Scorpion definitely took something out of me. It was awful. Alright, so hopefully you guys went on to enjoy that video. By the end of it, I was definitely raging a lot more than I thought that I would while recording this video. I rage a lot when I play this game. I don't really understand why. So those are my conclusions with the underrated weapons of the videos that I've made so far. Let me know what you guys think about my decisions down in the comment section below. But with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video. So it's been the New Enforcer. Leave a like and possibly subscribe if you did enjoy the video. And I will see you guys in the next video.